What's up, guys? My name's Aaron. I'm a fight camp coach, and today I want to talk about the importance of shadowboxing. Shadowboxing is the key to perfecting your technique, but in order to shadowbox, you need to be able to see your shadow, so you need a mirror. For the sake of the drill, I'm going to look into the camera, but when you're doing this at home, you need to look at your reflection in the mirror. First thing you're looking for is your stance, all right? So I'm right-handed, so I'm left foot forward. You want to look at your feet in the mirror. Are my feet too sideways, or are they too square? They want to be staggered, but my right foot is just a little bit staggered to the right. So if they're aligned down the middle, I hit my toes on the front foot, my heel on the back foot. Back foot 90-degree angle, pigeon toe in on the ball of the back foot, front foot on a 45-degree angle. Your elbows are in, your chin's tucked, and your hands are here. The lead hand's a little bit further out, the rear hand's right below your eye. The first punch is your jab, also known as a one. When you throw the jab, you push off your back leg and transfer your weight forward. So when I'm looking in the mirror, the first thing I'm thinking about is, am I shifting my weight? Then I start to think about my arms. The elbow should stay in, because the closer my elbows are to the midline, the more power. Rotating the fist right at the end, punching yourself in the chin in the mirror. Not over here. Every punch lands in the same spot like you're hitting yourself. Am I pulling the hand straight back to my face? And that's your jab. On the two, that's your rear hand. Now from here, I start by thinking about my feet. Am I pivoting on the back foot? My toes and heels should face the same direction as the punch. So I'm not here over pivoting and I'm not here under pivoting, because then I lose some extension, but I want the toes and the heel to face the same direction as the punch. So I think about that in the mirror. Then I start to think about my shoulders. Am I rotating my shoulders enough to get full extension on that punch? Okay, sometimes we're here and we're not maximizing the extension. The third thing I'm thinking about is my elbow. Is my elbow flaring out? Because then I lose some power and accuracy. I want to keep that elbow in. Turning my punch over, hitting myself in the chin in the mirror, and then pulling the hand back to your face. I call that chambering your punches. So that's your two, also known as a cross. The three is the hardest punch to perfect. We start with the weight on the front leg. I shift my weight back. All right? So the first thing I'm thinking about as I watch myself in the mirror is, am I transferring my weight from my front leg to my back leg? That takes some time, 10,000 reps actually. And when you hold it out, a nice rule of thumb is, can you lift up that lead leg? If you can't, that means there's too much weight in this leg, so you're not really transferring that much weight. How much weight can you shift from front to back determines how much power is in that lead hook. The arm is just a lever. It's along for the ride. The next thing you got to think about is shooting that jab out, shooting that punch out like it's a jab out here, giving yourself about 1 foot of room to generate power. You don't go from here over here, because every punch lands in the same spot in the mirror, as if you're hitting yourself in the chin. If you hold it out, the weight's on the back leg, the elbow's right behind the punch, parallel to the floor. I'm hitting myself in the chin in the mirror, and the biggest mistake I see is either this, shooting the hook over here, or dropping the hand before you throw it, and that telegraphs it. It's just shoot out like a jab out here, and then you pop the elbow up, then you bring it around. You need about 1 foot of room to generate power, so you have to find that arc. That takes a long time and a lot of coordination. So that's your three, also known as a lead hook. The four is your rear hook, starting with the weight on the back leg. I'm going to shoot this out like a cross out here. Again, 1 foot of room to generate power. I pop the elbow up and I transfer my weight forward. How much weight can you transfer from back to front determines how much power is in that rear hook. The toes and the heel face the same direction as the punch. You don't want to over pivot, you don't want to under pivot. So I'm looking at my feet in the mirror. The punch lands like I'm hitting myself in the chin, not over here. The elbow is right behind the punch, parallel to the floor, and then I pull the hand straight back to my face on a straight line. That's called chambering your punches. So you're looking at all that stuff in the mirror as you work that hook, slow and steady. Even the best fighters like Andre Ward, they do it this slow and precise, perfecting that technique. Next punch is your five, known as a lead uppercut. Before I throw the five, I'm going to bend that lead knee, put my hands up high because now I'm close range. The power on the five comes from your quadricep on that lead leg. I'm bending and lifting as I rotate my rear shoulder. A couple common mistakes I see. You slip forward, this hand's dropping prematurely. You want to slip forward, keep your hands up, drop this hand down right above your belt line as you lift up and as you rotate your shoulders, not before. Again, I need about 1 foot of room to generate power, so this hand's going to scoop down right above my belt line as I lift up, using my quad, and rotate my rear shoulder back. When I land it and hold it, I'm hitting myself in the chin in the mirror. My lead leg is extended up because I want to get that power from the quad, and this hand's up and open, protecting my moneymaker. So bend and lift. Use your quads as you throw that five, also known as a lead uppercut. Last but not least, we have a 6. That's your rear uppercut. And this one, I'm starting with my weight back and my shoulders turned, so I don't have to square up before I throw it. I'm just simply gonna bend a little bit, and then I drop that hand right above my belt line as I lift up and rotate my shoulders. Now, when you land that 6, your arms should be perpendicular to the floor, hitting yourself in the chin in the mirror. Not out here, not over here, straight up the middle. Chamber, extend, retract. I start by thinking about the pivot on the back foot. Am I rotating? Are my toes and my heel facing the same direction as the punch? Then I start to think about my arm. Am I getting 1 foot of room to generate power as I bring the hand right down, right above my belt line, lifting up and rotating my shoulders? Then I start to think about where am I landing it? Am I hitting myself in the chin in the mirror? Am I pulling my hands back to my chin? Make sense? I know that's a lot of information, but those are all things you want to think about as you watch your reflection in the mirror. Now, when you start to throw combinations, you start slow and you ask yourself, am I transferring my weight from leg to leg? Are my hands coming back to my chin, or am I doing this? You'll see this a lot, right? Well, hello, you got to use the mirror to see it so you can correct your technique. You got to pull your hands back to your face and your elbows back to your body. That's boxing 101. And as you get better, you start to speed it up. Pop, pop, pop. And eventually, after 10,000 reps, it becomes second nature. And those are some things you need to do when you shadow box, because shadow boxing is the only way to learn how to box. All right, guys, if that video was helpful, hit the subscribe button below, and we'll be putting out tons of videos on how to get better at boxing and kickboxing. Thank you so much.